I've been wanting to do 100 subscriber Q&A. Thankfully, through my work with the Vlogstar Challenge and Arsenal Fan TV, I got there. It was a slow journey. It was roughly like for every video I did, I got 2 subscribers. The ratios improved, but anyway, let me get on with this. I don't want to bore anyone. This is by Marsha. Hi, where do you see your channel going by the end of this year? On a very practical and real level, I just see my channel, if I was to guess, hopefully just reaching, if I was to set a moderate target of like 500 subs. Question number 2. This is by Tori, by the way, so thank you very much for sending your question. How did I start filming? Why am I on YouTube? And what's my biggest fear? My DSLR's always had the ability to produce videos, but I've never really utilized it. So basically, by the end of second year, I decided to make one film about gentrification, which I just sat in the library for like 3 days and banged it out. But I just taught myself, literally, like, why am I on YouTube? Marsha, she watches lots of videos. I thought that I didn't see anyone who looks like myself. So I just thought, you know what? She's always saying, if you can do it better, then why don't you do it? So that's what I thought. That's what kind of inspired me. I thought, you know what? I'm interested in filmmaking. I'm interested in photography. Let me try and make a vlog and see where it ends up. My ambition was to kind of, not to be like the British Casey or British or Black Casey Neistat, but it was literally just to bring a lens to my thoughts and my visions. My biggest fear, I would say, I'm very conscious of time. I'm very conscious of my age. I'm 23. I don't know, I feel like these past 5 years I've really lost a sense of, in a way, my grip on time. So I would say I'm scared of growing old and not like achieving. At the same time, I have the wise words of my girlfriend. She's always telling me to think positively. And I'm learning more to enjoy life, so, you know, that is my biggest fear. Failure is my biggest fear. It sounds so cliche and stereotypical, but no, it legitimately is, because when you're coming from a place where you don't have much, then yeah, so the idea of just wasting time and not utilizing your potential or keeping up with your peers is terrifying. Andre, with the next question, he says, what's next? What's next is to edit this video. I've got a video that I want to put out where I'm remixing one of Skepta's songs. I've got videos to put out. I need to sleep some more. My sleep is a mess. It's been a mess for years. But ultimately, what's next for me? It's just getting into a form of employment that I really enjoy. Maybe move out of London, maybe go to Europe somewhere, maybe, there's just lots of maybes. But definitely is to take my work to the next level and to work with as a huge array of people as I possibly can. Who do you like to work with and why? This is by Clive S. Matthews. You've supported my work, I never met you, so one time you definitely need to say hey. I don't know, I'd love to see Casey Neistat's studio. In fact, I was at a festival the other day and I met Tasha Green. And she said, what inspired you to start your own YouTube channel? And then she said, I bet you're gonna say Casey Neistat. Which is like, when I think about it, I personally think he's the best vlogger, but obviously I'd like to meet him, but I guess in a sense, you have to think back to yourself. And I'd like to really communicate or work with the people I'm surrounded by. For example, there's a project with Marsha where we went to Clerkenwell Design Week. I like to do more things like those really with my peers. Like, I love for Andre to drop more videos. I love to collaborate with you some more. So ultimately, I just want to really, rather than like bigging up people who are already there like Casey, I like to communicate with you, the viewers. Like literally, if you have ideas, like I'm fully down. Like I think the whole creativity process, what's so cool about YouTube is the interactivity you get. Yeah, I want to collaborate with Gary, Sam. I want you to somehow get involved with the YouTube. I want to collaborate with Andre. I just want to collaborate with people all around me who are aspiring and driving for the same things. This is a question by Derek. What's my end game or destination with the vlog? What compels me to vlog? What pulls you to vlog? The end game? There is no end game. I just put stuff out and see what happens. So when I purchased my camera, I always thought, if this can get me a job, or I can recoup the money I invested in the camera and the job, then I'll be satisfied. So I guess I view it in the same way that, if this leads to other opportunities, if this helps spread my story, spread other people's stories, if people I know can like get opportunities off this, then that's it. The end game with the vlog is ultimately to put my life on the map, is to put Peckham on the map, is to show a different way of living in London, and it's just ultimately to bring beauty to the life that we all live in, the mundane things, the commute to work. I just want to portray the beauty in everyday life and make good videos. What pulls me to vlog? I guess what inspires me is I have a good work ethic. I guess studying art has really inspired me. Being an art student, like when I was in A-levels, art took up the majority of my time. But I'm self-driven and I have ideas. When I'm committed to something, I'm not going to just give up. So I'm not gonna stop vlogging just because, I don't know, something hasn't got so and so views. So that's what motivates me to vlog, is just the drive to see this through. And when you've got a good thing, you've got a good thing going. Like Kendrick Lamar said on one track, he said what really inspired him when he just found out he was dope for what he did. I do feel like I have a lot more films to contribute and make, so that's what motivates me. Just the drive to literally produce more. I want to make more videos. I want to bring all of my ideas to life. And yeah, so I'm pretty fired up with that prospect. My mouth is a bit dry. What part of vlogging excites you the most? And was you always open with your thoughts and fears, or did vlogging help you open up more? That's by Emmanuel. Making a movie about your life is pretty cool. That's one thing that I've always found really inspiring about vlogging. Like it's even cool just to like watch back and see your life, and just, I love like aperture shots and just being cinematic, and I just think it's pretty cool. It's something that we all relate to. When I first got my first smart camera phone, like, it was a Sony Ericsson, and when I got it, I thought, oh, I'm gonna make so many movies, and like it only lasted for like 10 minutes. So I couldn't really make a movie. It's less than that actually. Like the memory was proper rubbish, but I've always been fascinated with the idea of documenting my life in that way. People always say that I write exactly the same way I talk. I've always been honest or open in that way, so I didn't plan to be so open and honest in my vlogs. Maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe I reveal too much of my personal thoughts. I don't know, vlogging didn't make me more honest, but vlogging makes me more conscious of what I want to say. Honesty is very real. I think there's a real realness to my vlog. Well, hopefully I never change anyway. Second to last question, how do you find trips abroad? Outside Europe and States, and what other cultures do you want to experience? What one thing do you really want to do? Why haven't you done it yet? I love traveling abroad. When I was young, my mum used to drive us in like Peugeot 106, and I'd always like, sometimes I get car sick, but I've always loved, like, you know when your parents are just driving, just going anywhere. I always found that cool. It's always so disappointing. Even now, like even in a friend's car, I just like the idea of like just traveling somewhere. So yeah, I love traveling. Like I'm really fascinated with the idea of just exploring. I want to travel across all the countries in Africa. I want to get my Nigerian passport renewed so it'll be easy to do. I want to go to the States. Obviously, everyone wants to go to the States. But outside of the States, I'm fascinated with the idea of traveling to Eastern Europe and Asia, because that's one place I haven't really been. But yeah, that's it for now. Like I've been to like 7 countries in the past. Before the past 18 months, I've only been to 2 countries. So I'm inspired to travel as to many places as I can. I've been to lots of places in Europe, Western Europe, and I've been to Nigeria. And Brazil. So I want to expand that more. So one day, Japan. I've been to the past 2 Olympics, so hopefully Japan will be the 3rd one. What thing do I really want to do? I want to move out of London. I love this city, but yeah, I want to experience another way of life. I'm kind of interested in the idea of living in another country. But by spring 2018, I want to have a car. And I want to have lived in another country by 2019. Finally, who would I like to collab with in the future? If I was to go completely out there, get Kanye West on a vlog. I like to collaborate with artists from other countries, and yeah, like in Africa in particular. I think that's a really cool scene that I haven't really tapped into. And Chris, I know you answered that question. Maybe we could collaborate together, because I know you make your basketball videos. So maybe that's an idea. That's it for my first Q&A. Yeah, it's been a journey. Like February the 12th, 2016, I think I made my first vlog. And from then, we're on like 70 something videos now, so it's been a journey. But I've got the work rate. Stay with me. I hope you've been entertained. I hope you've been inspired. Yeah, just thank you for watching my 100 subscriber Q&A. And now back to making videos in this Vlogstar Challenge. Definitely watch out for the Vlogstar Challenge. That's opening up about my experiences with autism. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. YouTube Space, over and out.